Hi friends, today we are making a gingerbread inspired sourdough loaf. Look at how beautiful this loaf turned out, and I am going to show you how to make it so you guys can enjoy it for this holiday season. We are adding 125 grams of active sourdough starter, 350 grams of filtered water, you will mix these two together until your starter is mostly dissolved, and then you're going to add 4 grams of cinnamon and 4 grams of powdered ginger. Now we are adding 12 grams of molasses. This is the one that I used. And then I add 5 grams of vanilla paste. Now you will add 50 grams of brown sugar, and you will mix everything together as best as you can. And then you will add 500 grams of bread flour and 10 grams of salt. This dough will be very sticky. It'll almost look shiny because of all of the molasses and everything else. It kind of impacts the dough a little bit. This dough did take me 14 hours to bulk ferment on the counter. Yours can take a little bit less time or more time. It all depends on the temperature of your home, how active and strong your starter is. So just go based off of the dough and how it looks. This is the first set, and I am just pinching the little dry bits that are left over, and I am doing stretch and folds, pulling the dough and folding it over. Once I go all around the bowl, I like to flip the dough over and do some slap and folds or coil folds. This dough is it's very fragile, so you have to be very careful to not tear it. It looks like I'm being very aggressive, but I promise it wasn't too aggressive. It was just, doing some slap and folds, but they were very gentle. I ended up doing 5 sets of stretch and folds because the dough didn't seem strong enough even after the 4th set. Like, it was almost there at the 4th set, but I just wanted to do an extra one, and I think that was the way to go. So like I mentioned before, just go ahead and read your dough. If you feel like it needs more, go ahead and do more. You don't have to follow the recipe to a T. You can just do whatever you think is best for your dough. And here is the 3rd set. You can see that it's still looking not grainy, but not smooth. You know what I mean? So it's not as sticky anymore, but you can tell it's not as strong. So just keep doing your coil folds and your slap and folds, and you'll get there. This is the 4th set, and you can tell that it's starting to smooth out, but like I said, I just needed that 5th stretch and fold. I am just trying to be very gentle. This dough can tear very easily, and as of right now, the dough wasn't really rising at all. It's usually already feeling aerated and kind of bubbly, but it really wasn't. So that's why it took way longer for it to bulk ferment. I think it's all the ingredients just kind of slowed everything down. So I would suggest you guys to do this dough at night, do your stretch and folds, and let it bulk ferment on the counter. And once you wake up, you can go ahead and shape it and put it into the refrigerator. And right now with the temperatures dropping and it being colder, you can get away with doing the bulk fermentation overnight. And you rather have this be overproof than underproof, because this dough can be very, very dense if you underproof it, more than a normal loaf. And now that I am ready to shape my loaf, you can see that under the bowl there was so many bubbles. I almost thought that I overproofed this dough just because it was kind of flat, but it was also very aerated. I don't know. It's like it doesn't stay fluffy, but you can feel that it's fluffy. So you can see the big old bubble there, but just go ahead and shape your dough and put it in the refrigerator until you're ready to bake. So now I'm stitching my dough, and this dough is different from your other doughs, so it won't feel the same. Just letting you guys know, don't freak out. It's just all of the inclusions, and we went ahead and proofed this in the refrigerator. And when we were ready to bake, I preheated my oven to 450 degrees with my Dutch oven inside, and then I went ahead and scored my dough. Now that I'm ready to bake, I am going to check that the dough is ready. I am doing the poke test, poking it, and if it springs back slowly, it means it is ready to be baked. If it springs back too fast, that means it's underproofed. So I baked this loaf with the Dutch oven lid on for 30 minutes, and then I lowered the temperature to 425 and baked for another 10 minutes. So now onto the scoring. I decided to just do one slit right on top and just some like wheat stock on the side just to make it look pretty. When you feel like your dough is overproofed, you want to do a very shallow score. That way it doesn't flatten out. Here I thought my dough was maybe a little bit overproofed, but look at how beautiful this loaf came out. So don't be afraid to push that bulk fermentation just a little bit more. It's totally worth it. It's way better than if it was underproofed. It would have been so gummy and so dense. So now we are going to cut the inside and show you guys what it looks like. I feel like this loaf is so tasty and it's not overpowered by the ginger flavor, which is the whole point of the gingerbread loaf, right? But the amount of ginger and molasses, it didn't make the loaf any bitter, if that makes any sense. It was literally warm and cozy, and I know you guys will love and enjoy this loaf. I promise you guys, it's one of the most delicious gingerbread recipes I've tried as of yet. So I want to thank you for watching today's video. If you made it to the end, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.